first what we need to do is we need to run and check that code what it will do exactly. Okay, so here first I will define here. When you want to run this code in your laptop, you should connect your email ID to the Outlook. You have to configure your email ID to the Outlook. Okay, then only this code will work.
Okay.
Okay, and here first I am using a defining that OL name as a Outlook dot application. Okay,
Yes.
then OL mail as a Outlook dot mail item. Then here later I had to set that. Just a moment. Okay, then set OL app is equals to Outlook dot application. Then new Outlook dot application. New Outlook dot application is nothing but to open or to create a new email item. What we'll do that. Just a moment. Yes, I'll talk to you later. Okay. Auto. Yes. Hmm. Okay. And here, when I run this code, then after that, once we define that OL dot application, that OL Outlook dot mail item. So this is Outlook dot application is nothing but to open a Outlook application. Then this Outlook dot mail item is nothing but we do compose mail, right? That Outlook dot mail item. So after that, we have to set that. After defining that variable here, you can take not only OL app, you can take whatever you want here, whatever you want. You can take that name, then OL mail, that is whatever name you want, you can hold it that in a variable. Then that variable we have to set here with a new Outlook dot application. Then OL app is nothing but the first variable, that is a nothing but new Outlook dot application. In that new Outlook dot application, just create a mail item. Then here in the bracket, we have to mention that OL mail item. That OL mail item we can see here on top, right? That you have to mention it here. Then OL mail. That second variable, what we took, right? We have to display that. This display is nothing but automatically it will open the Outlook application. Then after once we display that OL application, we have to write a with OL mail. That is the second variable what we have to take. That is the final. That OL mail then end with that with and that will be ends here with the end with. Then after with in between a with and end with, we have to give the address to address. It may be BCC or it may be CC, whatever. To add a to address, just what we do is dot to, and here we have to use a equals to sign. Then we have to add a email IDs here. Okay. So just I'll take tell me Aishwarya your mail ID.
Aishwarya Mohan,
Aishwarya Mohan. Okay.
471.
471 at the rate
Gmail.
gmail.com, right?
Yes.
Then close the double quotation. If you want to add a one more email ID, if it is a one email ID, directly you can write like this only. Or with this, if you want to go with another email ID, first we have to concatenate first with the one semicolon, then again concatenate with the one more email ID. Smita, what is your email ID?
Suchismita, SUCHI,
SUCHI,
SMITA, Smita,
SMITA
SMITA 0505
0505.
@gmail.com.
Yes. Then here again, if you want to add an email ID, again concatenate with the semicolon, concatenate with the email ID. You have to go like this only. Okay. So I'll remove this line. Now I added a two. Then I'll go with the CC. So that dot CC is equals to akash.villaintricks@gmail.com. And if you want to add any subject there, just I'm using dot subject sample text. Double quotation, you have to mention what subject you want, that subject line. Then body of the letter, that which you want to take, that the year, team. And if you want to take a next name while you're creating a mail, writing something in a mail, we hit a enter to get a next line, right? But here for a next line, we have to use a concatenate with a VP new line. If you want to take a text in a new line, we should go here at the VP new line. And again, in the next line, I'm writing just please find the attachment, concatenating with please find the attachment. Got it? Why we using a VP new line here?
Yes.
Okay, just to take a next line. Then again, if you want to add any attachment here, just we have to go dot attachments dot add space, and we have to give that attachment path and file name. So I'll attach this file where I have this filter folder Anton file. To get this, Control C first, copy that path and paste it here, /, correct? Then file name is Anton. Here we should give compulsory, we should give the extension here. The file extension is .xlsx. And I'll disable that. And then send to the mail ID. Okay. So I'll run this code now. OL mail will set with a new Outlook dot application. Then OL mail is set with the creating new item displayed. Then now you can see the Outlook is automatically displayed here. But if you are configured with the email ID, then only it will display that. Later on with OL mail to address, just I taken a to address here, automatically added a to address. And if you're given CC is added, then a subject line, then body of the letter, this is a new line. Please find the attachment. I'm taking a new line. Then attachment is added, what the path I given and file name, then send it the email ID. Then it goes on end with, then ends up. It's a very simple to attach a email IDs, attachment with the sending a email IDs. Okay, understood?
Yes, Akash.
Yes.
Yes. Then now, if I have a multiple email IDs, here I'm sending, if I have hundreds of email IDs and manually if I'm typing like this, it will be taking much time. There is a no use of this automation, correct? Think, I have these all email IDs, not only 5, we have more than 500 also. So what I have to do, just we have to take a loop here, that 1 to LR1. So what I'll do is that if I have to send the same attachment to the many people, same attachment to the many email IDs, that is the same code we have to write it here again. We have to define a names here first. Then we have to set that with the application new outlook dot create. Then again OL mail dot display. Then with OL mail, first we have to find out the LR1. So LR1, after finding that LR1, then I have to take a loop here for x is equals to the email ID reference is started from 1 to LR. So that loop I am taking here for 1 to LR. Okay, then once to LR, once we done that, if x is equals to 1, then because why I'm using a if condition? Because when we need to create a bunch of email IDs. To create a bunch of email IDs, when we are creating, because Sunil is holding, right? The Sunil is holding. After Sunil, I need a one semicolon, correct? Because directly we can't give that email ID. Every email ID between the two email IDs, we need that semicolon. Remember, we're using by using concatenating the above code.
Yes.
Yes, for that, if the first email ID, it should not concatenate that semicolon. From the second email ID, it should start concatenating with a semicolon, correct? So that's the reason what I'll do is here, if x is equals to 1, then mail ID is equals to cells of x comma 1. That x comma 1 is nothing but that is the A column because all email IDs are having an A column only. Yes, every time because x will be 1 in a first time only, right? Then next it's learning from the remaining things. Whatever the mail ID I taken here as a variable, that email ID should concatenate with this semicolon. Then later on it should add a new email ID. That is Akash, Mahadev, Prasad and Srishay, right?
Yes.
So I'll run this code first. LR is finding 5, then X is holding a 1, first email ID is holded without that semicolon, correct? Then from the second, it will be holding that next name with a semicolon, next email ID with a semicolon. See there. Okay, first it will create all the email ID bunch. Okay, then once it's holded all the email IDs here, it will add that to the to address, then subject, then body of the letter, then all things you can see here in the Outlook. So yes. Okay, all email IDs created here. Then now, if you have any CC, if you want to give, then CC subject line, then attachment. If you want to give the same attachment, I'll give one on top. I'll give the same attachment. So not only Excel file, you can add Excel file or a PDF or a Word, whatever file you can add in a attachment. Okay. I'll paste it here. When attachment is added, then it will send and it will goes on enter because just I disable that send code because it's all over email IDs. If you want to take any of your example, you can do it. Okay. Is it clear now how to create
Yes.
an email IDs bunch?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Muthu, can you text me there if you understand this? Muthu, we have, yes. And now, I'll close this because I not send that. I don't want to send. Okay. Then now, for every email ID, I have a new attachment. Or else, if you guys get confusion with this, particularly I'm using a if condition, what you can guys do is directly you can take a cell reference of C. Just I will do this concatenate with the semicolon. That's it. If you get difficulty there, first only you can create a semicolon, take as a reference C column. Not required to do these all things if you are all extra created a column. Okay, understood? Shwarya, Smita?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Then now, what I want to do is here I'm sending the same file to the different many email IDs. Now, what I have my requirement is for a email for every email ID I have a different file to send that customer. Sunil to Sunil, Akash to Akash, Mahadev to Mahadev, X Prasad and Srishal. We have a different attachments. First thing, you should have all the attachments in a one folder or any other folder. But the thing is better if we have all the attachment in the one folder. It's a very easy to send it. Okay, add all the files in a one folder first, and here in a B column you should take a file name references. You should take this file name references. Either you can do it manually or else you can take and print by using folder picker. Okay, and first you should print those all names here. After once you created printed a name here, then go here first OL app outlook.application OL. Then only before you want to don't set that workbook before above set first we are setting, then we are using a loop. But here we should use a loop first. Why loop first? Because here in our previous code, one time when Outlook will display, after adding all the email IDs, same attachment, then send it's done. But here now what we need to do, every email ID for every attachment, I have to freshly start with open, add a first email ID, add a first attachment, send and close that Outlook. Then second, again Outlook will display for the second email ID attachment, then send and close it. It should open display every time for every email ID. Understood?
Yes.
Yes. So for that only I'll run this code. Attachment name, first I am holding a email ID, then I am holding the attachment name, then after attachment name and holding the attachment ID, then here semicolon is not required because we are sending an individual email ID to the individual person. So after that it will display that email ID Outlook, then CC subject two letters, then whatever the things you have, then body of the letter, then attachment you have to give the same where you have that, and the S name you have to concatenate with that folder. Correct? Just I am using a path and a name concatenating, then send a file, will go on end. Then next email ID. It will open the next email ID, then it will keep moving that. Understood?
Yes.
It's a very simple code is I will send you this code to your email ID. Just you guys have to work on this, okay? Just but before you remember, whenever you want to work on this, make sure you're connected with the Outlook or not. Your email ID should be configured with the Outlook
Outlook.
application.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a simple code. I'll send it to you now. I'll take you for a each loop. Okay, this each loop and a for loop. Both are the same scenario we use, but compared to the for loop, each loop is a quite different. Okay, shall we start the each loop now? Muthu.
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Yes, I'll create a one workbook here. Each loop. Okay, first, the each loop is nothing but see what sub each loop. For each, the each loop will start with for each, then you can take any reference here, any thing r in range. Okay, r in range, the R is a one part in that range, correct? R is a one part in that range. The range address I will give A1 to F10. Okay. So that for loop will go with the next. Then for each loop also ends with the next only. Do until and a do while. Loops will end with what? Do until and do while. That loops ends with what? You remember do until and do while I explain you when I'm telling file picker and folder picker. Hello, Smita, Aishwarya.
Yes.
Yeah, not do until and do loops ends with the loop. L-O-O-P. Remember?
Yes.
Yes. Then here for R is a part. Not only R, you can take any alphabet in range of A1 to. Just what I'll do is R is a cell now. Range R is a range means R. Sorry, range is a range. Range is a R is a one part in that. R dot interior dot color equals to BP yellow. R is a one cell in that range. See what happened. I'll run this code. R is a cell now. Then A P2. Then B C1 D1. It will go on like this. Understood? It will take a part for each in that group. It will take a one certain part in that group. Understood?
Yes.
I'll go with the one scenario where exactly we do use this. Here, I have a one in all the cells. Okay. Some things are a blank. I need to highlight blank cells with a red color. Okay. So if you are using a for loop, you will use a 1 to 10x, 1 to 10 y. Then if cells of x comma y is equals to nothing, then interior dot color should be red. You will do like this, right? If you're using for loop,
Yes.
Yes.
for loop you have for loop when you're using you have to use the two loops. But when you're following this method, each loop example first for each are in range address, range is A1 to F1. Okay, then I'll use if R is equals to nothing,
This one,
then
this one will be F10, right? A1
sorry,
to
F10. Okay, if R is equals to nothing, then R dot interior dot color equals to VB red. If the R is nothing, then the color should be with the yellow. So here I mix with the next. Where R I can see the empty, there all empty cells will be highlighted with the red color. Got it?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then here only I will go with the one, not empty, that should be highlighted with the yellow color. So else R dot interior dot color equals to VP yellow. I'll run this code. Color will be yellow. Understood?
Yes.
This is just a range to give a range in a cell. We use that range loop. So each loop in a range. Now I want to activate these all seeds one by one. Whatever the seeds I have here, right? Macro 1, macro 2, seed 1, each loop, master, seed 2, and a seed 3. So what you guys do? Activate all seeds. To activate all seeds. Normally, you guys will do for x is equals to 1 to SC, seeds count, right?
Yes.
You will go with the SC is a variable seeds dot count. SC will give you a seats dot count will give you a total seats. Then you will go with the seats of X dot activate. Correct?
Yes.
So seats count will help us to get the result how many worksheets we have in this. Then it will activate one by one. Correct?
Yes.
Then the same thing, if I want to do it by using each loop, okay, here, how can we do? Sub each loop with activate sheets for each, okay, W in workbooks or worksheets, okay. Workbooks are in a worksheet, correct? So this workbook dot sheets, this workbook dot worksheets. So WR is nothing but in this workbook are a worksheet. Whatever the worksheet we have in this workbook. Just a moment. Okay, then this will go with the next. Can you hear me all? Hello, can you hear me,
Yes,
Smita?
Akash.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Then in this workbook, what all the worksheets we have, just I taken as a each loop. Now W dot activate. So when I run this code, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. It goes on enter. But this macro sheets are not be considered here. Only the purely Excel worksheets, not the macro worksheets. Okay, I'll delete this. This is not a sheets. This workbook, then worksheets. Understood? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not mandatory to use this particular code only. If you're not okay with this, then you can go with the sheets count only. Not a problem. Okay.
Yes.
Now I have opened many workbooks. See, some more workbook I will get open here. How we activated a workbook, right? Now we have to activate the different workbooks one by one. Okay, I have three workbooks. Can you see here? Bhagya, Outlook connection, the new Excel, and a batch 10 a.m. Correct? So I want to activate
Yes.
all the workbooks one by one. So for that, we'll have to use a code like sub activate workbook for each W in Excel dot application dot workbooks. Okay, in Excel application dot workbooks. And here next to close that W dot activate. Okay, W dot activate. When I run this code, see what happened. This workbook, then this workbook, next workbook is activated, then this, then goes on enter. Just to activate. Understood?
Akash, your screen was stuck.
Just a moment. I'm presenting one more time. Now can you see? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Then now see for X to activate a workbook code, to activate a different workbook for each W in a Excel dot application dot workbooks, W dot activate, then next, then goes on ends up. When you write this code, it will activate all the workbook whatever we have open in a our system. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Now, what I want to do is I want to activate a workbook first, and after activating a workbook, see here now all the workbooks, whatever we have open in my system, it activating all the workbooks. Now I want to activate a workbook, then I want to activate all the sheets to check all sheets in that workbook. So what I have to do? We have to set up each loop we have to write for the workbook. Again, each loop we have to write for all the worksheets. Sub each loop for sheets and workbooks. Okay, for each w in excel dot application, right? Excel dot application dot workbooks. After that, just w dot activate. Okay, so I missed the next here. Next. Here, till this is just a code to activate the workbook, right? Then again, once you activated workbook, we have to write a code for each again. Yes in yes or any variable you can take. W is already nothing but a workbook. In that workbook, worksheets again. And again, this will end with the next. So here, yes dot activate. So when I run this code, see what happened. First workbook will activate. Here we have only one sheet. That sheet is activated. Then it will go like this. Again, the next workbook, it will activate all the worksheets, whatever we have. Okay. And next, it will go like this only, activating all the workbooks. Once we done, it will goes on next workbook is activated. Again, here what all the sheets we have. Then it will goes on end sub later. Understood? Activating workbook, then all the sheets, whatever we have there. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I'll try here one code. What all the workbook I have, I want to close all the workbooks except, no, only I don't want to close the workbook where I'm writing code. I want to close all the workbooks, but not where I'm writing code. This workbook, right? Where I'm writing code, that is called this workbook.
Yes.
Sub close all workbooks. First, for each is equals to for each w in excel dot application dot workbooks. Then next, what is this workbook name? My file name, my file name or my book. I'll go with the my book equals to this workbook. Okay. If w is not equals to my book, correct? Then workbooks open bracket w dot save and close. Workbooks of w dot close. Then end if. Okay, then I'll run this code. Not holding that this workbook. This workbook. This workbook dot name. This workbook dot name, not only this workbook dot name. Then if w name doesn't match the support of methods, or here wb name equals to w dot name. W dot name, yes. Then here wb name is not equals to my book, then I'll run the code from the beginning. WP name. WP name again here, sorry, not WP name. And WP name again. Save and a close. It will all workbook will save, but not this workbook. Moment. Perfect. It goes on ends up. All workbooks are closed now. Expect this. Okay. Understood?
Yes.
So when you're
Why
going
should we
with
give dot name? This workbook
to
dot
get
name.
that, because if I want to get that this workbook dot name, because this workbook directly you are taking, but I need that this workbook name now here.
Okay.
So I want that particular name what we have. This workbook name is book. So that's why I'm using dot name, because book is my book is holding the workbook name where I'm writing code. WB name is giving that W what is the workbook name. Then if that both are not matching, then only I should save and close the workbook. If it is matching, then I have to leave it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then here we done all the syllables, whatever I mentioned in the our course content. Okay, do you have any difficulties here, or you guys are doing practice?
Yes, we are
Yes, Akash.
practicing.
Okay, then. Okay, then 2 days you guys have to work on this. Okay, 2 days you guys have to work and practice these all things clearly. I will just explain you one kind of a project. Okay, uh, just a moment. Can you all see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes. Here I have a 10 different workbooks. Data 1 to data 12. Okay. If you open a data 1 here, we can see a three different worksheet in that workbook. Jan 2018 details and a Feb details here we have, and a March details here we have. In a data 1 we have a three different worksheets. Okay, again, if you open this, the second data, and here we have a two worksheets, correct?
Yes.
Two worksheets what I have. And if you open the third data three, here I have again three, because I have to open, because now I'm telling you about a consolidation task. This is consolidation project, base project. You guys have to open a workbook first, correct? After open, when you open that workbook, you have to check how many seats are there in that workbook. Then you have to activate the first workbook, then copy the data, and you have to paste it in this workbook. Here, if you're writing code, you have to create a one master file here. You guys have to create a master file. Okay, that master file, what you have to do, I'll do it manually first. You will understand better. Here, I have to activate that thing. Here, we already have a header. They already given that header, like W name, sheet name. W name is workbook name, sheet name. Then here, just we have here month, right? Yeah, date. Then here we have a purchase and sale should print. Okay, you have to consolidate the already the header they're given. You just have to get activate this. You have to copy the whole data from the second row, not from the first row, because without header. Copy this and you have to guys paste it here. And before this, you have to print the workbook name, data one. It's a coming from the data one in the seat of Jan 2018. Okay, once we done this, then we have to go and again, and we have to activate the second sheet. Again, this data should copy and paste it here. And after that, here should print, it's again data 1 only, but Feb month 2018. Okay, then again, data sheet 3 should activate, copy this and go to the end row, paste it here. Then here this is data 3 and here that is from March 18. And once you done this, 3 sheets, you should close it, save and close this workbook. Again, the data 2 should open the workbook, first activate the worksheet, copy this data and paste below here. Then this is from data to April 18. It should get the data from all the workbooks, 12 workbooks. You have to do the same thing. Understood? Understood the
Yes.
requirement?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
This
yes.
you have to try. Okay, better. This is a called a project. Okay. Question is understood?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just do this. Okay, I'll send it to your Gmail ID. Just the wait, I'll send this today. What all the things I'll better explain. 1 second. Okay, this is the consolidation project. You guys can do that. Okay. I think I have. Okay, just a moment. Then I'll add that zip. Okay, so you have to consolidate in Outlook only. Here, master file, right? You guys can delete this and try it here only. Okay, is it clear? Or any doubt you guys have?
No.
Yes, just a moment. This is a code for that. Okay, I'll attach this file also. For your reference, you can check. First, you guys try that. If you're not able to do, this is a code for that task. Okay, this is consolidated Excel SM is there, no? This is a file. We have that code. What I told you to do now, right? This is a code. You guys can check this later once you try it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay then. Okay, fine. If you guys have any doubt or any confusions, let us discuss on group. Then we can have a chat there. Okay.
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 Okay then. See you all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.